With nearly 1.5 billion people, Africa is home to a sixth of the world's population, and by 2050, 1 in 4 will live on the continent, some 2.5 billion people. To serve this growing population, affordable, reliable electricity is crucial, not just for Africa's economy, but for the climate too. Yet today, the region's electricity sector remains relatively small and unevenly developed. Consider Nigeria. Though it's Africa's biggest economy and most populous nation, as well as a major oil producer, most Nigerians still lack access to reliable electricity.
Before there was no light. There are some people that have television, everything, but they are not using it because there was no light.
This solar minigrid project that they bring to us in our community here is helping our life seriously.
Times maybe 8, 6, 5 months, there will be no electricity at all.
We know very well how energy access is critical to communities in sub-Saharan Africa and across Africa for that matter. And in Nigeria, when we think about the number of people without access to electricity, the number is staggering. We're looking at about 80 million people without access. And so what we are trying to do in Sharing the Power project is to look at innovative ways of how we can improve development potential and financial sustainability of mini-grids in rural communities.
The electricity problems in Nigeria have had a significant impact on the country's economy, social well-being, and quality of life. Over 100 million people still lack access to reliable electricity. It has hindered the growth of businesses, leading to high unemployment rates and increased the cost of living. Mini-grids are an important source of electricity, particularly in rural areas where access to grid electricity is limited, with Nigeria's mini-grids driven by a combination of public and private sector investments. At RMI, we created an initiative called Sharing the Power that recognizes the importance of mini-grids in meeting the country's energy needs and has taken steps to support their development through an innovative community-private electrification model, which increases the development potential and financial sustainability of the community. We, RMI, are working with Nigerian-based mini-grid developers Husk, Prado Power, Nayo, and KONEXA in Nasarawa State, Akwa Ibom State, Ogun State, and Kaduna, respectively, to kick off Sharing the Power's community-centric mini-grid projects.
Diabet Ikot Esiere mini-grid was conceptualized in 2020, and the idea was to provide an off-grid community with access to reliable, clean, renewable energy.
We have a 20 kilowatt solar mini-grid which powers about 180 households. Back in 2021, when we first came for the survey, the community was in darkness and everything was just obscure. It was so much amazing. They were very skeptical that something like this is coming in reality.
Before where there was no light, I don't have electric torch to use it on my shop. I used to close very early because there was no light. But now when light is steady, I can close like 12 o'clock. Anytime I can close it. So the light is too good for us. The women in this community, we are happy about this light.
That way light there. You know, my children, after the daytime, the nighttime, they can be read anytime they want to. Even they woke up daytime or 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, light is there, and they take off their book. Start reading. You can see the more improvement in them.
Nigeria is rapidly becoming a global hub for mini-grid development. Through our community-integrated approach in Ikot, Esiere, Akwa Ibom State, where the economy is largely agrarian, with the majority of the residents engaged in farming and fishing, and home to several small-scale businesses such as retail stores and restaurants, we are working together with Prado Power to instate a community reinvestment subcommittee that developed a list of priority community projects from ideas collected from the community.
At short time of 6 months, most people come into our community to live with us because when they know that we have light on this, people started trooping in. To the extent houses were built, so many things, so many businesses rise up.
The minigrid attracted families from neighboring villages to settle in town and drove local economic development through local businesses offering cold drinks, metalwork, and so on. However, Mokoloki became a victim of its own success. Increased demand for electricity cannot be met by the initial system.
Currently, we are engaging with RMI, the Rocky Mountain Institute. We're working with them to implement Share Power initiative.
Mokoloki, located in the southwestern part of the country in Ogun State, is home to many primary and secondary schools, as well as some health facilities, religious centers, and local markets, and the need for a sustainable and efficient source of electricity.
Gaskiya samun wutan nan ya yi mini ayyuka sosai. Idan na kwatanta da yadda nake sa mai a generator.
The solar minigrid is more better because that time, seriously, I not get anything at all. Seriously. Like a week, I will keep like just 2,000 or 2,500, according to my saving. Now I will get 4,000, 5,000 per week.
This community is one very typical to a lot of Nigerian communities in which, especially rural ones, they've not had power ever. You have communities in Nigeria that since independence, they've never known power, and what we're doing is going community by community, making sure that there's sufficient energy and there's energies to power their life.
So the project in Nasarawa State, Alage Community of Doma Local Government to be precise, is about to go live in the next couple of weeks. We are now almost at completion, essentially, and you can understand the level of potential excitement within the community that this project is now about to kick off, and they are about to get reliable power for the first time in their lives.
Gaskiya na gode wannan wutan solar da ta zo na karu sosai kuma mutane sun karu a wurina.
A wani lokaci ma mun aika ma ba mu samu.
In conclusion, community-centric mini-grids have the potential to provide reliable and affordable electricity whilst empowering rural communities in Nigeria to shape their own energy future. With continued investment and support from both the public and private sectors, mini-grids can play a vital role in Nigeria's energy mix and help to improve and sustain the lives of millions of people who currently lack access to electricity. There is a dire need to invest more in the power sector and promote alternative sources of energy, such as mini-grids, in Nigeria. If interested in supporting Scale, reach out to us at Rocky Mountain Institute through our email